though this question is not important, that is Alfred Tennyson as a lyric poet, because the questions based on Tennyson is only as a Victorian poet. And when we say that this question is not important, why? Because no doubt that Tennyson, he has composed lyrics also, and he was also a lyric poet, but in spite of that we cannot say that he was similar to P.B. Shelley. As P.B. Shelley, he was a lyric poet, as William Wordsworth also, and there had been so many good lyricists. So making a comparison with all of them, we cannot say that Tennyson was such a good lyric poet as they had been. But in spite of that, if this kind of question is asked in short question, in very short, or at least you must be aware of the lyricism of Alfred Tennyson, because Tennyson's most of the lyrics, they are very personal, they are very subjective, and no doubt that they are also autobiographical, because Tennyson also cried, he wept, he missed his friend Arthur Henry Hallam, and in his memory he composed few lyrics also. But there is no such a deep emotion, such a deep or profound passion as we always find in the lyrics of others. So lyrics of what kind of lyrics we find of Tennyson? Tennyson's lyrics are subjective, autobiographical, personal, but they always lack emotion. Okay, there is not such a profound feelings in his lyrics. All his life, Tennyson was a lonely, desperate person. Most of the time, he always preferred to spend in loneliness. He himself, he always felt himself a very lonely person because of the death of his friend, of his intimate friend, Hallam. So he was, or he had been a very lonely, desperate person, and his that kind of sadness, gloominess, melancholy, or despair, his loneliness, his doubts, all these his characteristics we find in his lyrics. His anxieties, his fear, they all are presented again and again in the lyrics of Tennyson, because he was a very gloomy person. He always felt himself very lonely because of the absence of his first friend Arthur Henry Hallam. Okay, so if this kind of question is asked in the exams, Tennyson as a lyric poet, so you have to focus that most of his lyrics are very personal, in which he misses or he reminds his friend, and they always carry all kinds of characteristics: despair, loneliness, doubts and anxieties, fear, loneliness, okay, especially.